Buongiorno, ciao studenti. Well, the reason of this video is to give you a little mid-semester update and to a few reminders so we can make a smooth transition towards the second half of the semester. So, you may have noticed that in our little page where I have the Zoom and the passcode, and you don't need to log in to access this information. We have that we are right now, today is Friday, October the 8th, the end of the 6th week. So after our next meeting, which is on Monday, we will officially be halfway throughout the semester. And there is a lot of material to keep track of. And I do commend the people who are coming to the Zoom meetings. Keep doing so because I answer most of the questions that you may have. Those of you who can't make it, I do reply when you let me know that you have an issue with something or that something is going on. And I wish also a speedy recovery to one of your classmates who is hospitalized with COVID. Yes, it's not an easy time for many people. But if you have something like that going on, please reach out to me as soon as you can, or have somebody from your family do so we can make alternate arrangements and I won't mark it missing. Another thing, if you come to the meetings, you don't have to do the alternative assignment, which is basically just some of the participation-based activities that we do during the meeting that I need everybody to complete at their own pace. If you have something that is a zero that's missing, the only things that you cannot make up are quizzes and tests. But if you have an assignment that's missing, please turn it in. Better late than never. Even if you don't get the entire value of the homework, it's better to have even half the credit is better than zero. And I will go and I will revise and add those points as they keep coming in. If you have a dash on Canvas, that means the work is not yet due if it's posted, and or it hasn't been graded. And if it hasn't been graded or is not entered yet, it's not going to be counted towards your current grade, your current percentage points, right? So don't worry about any dashes. They are not affecting your grade. So yes, so let's move on to the things that were due, right? So the first week, this was due, and I added in orange the times. So the family descriptions are due tomorrow. If you come tonight, we'll do some work towards them. I'll ask everybody to tell me. I will be more like a informal conversation that will be talking about families. And I did that already in one of the recorded activities. We kind of went over and I asked the people who were in attendance about their sorelle, fratelli, but it was very informal, very preliminary. And again, these don't need to be perfect. I will go over them, and I received some of them already. I haven't gone through them yet because I just got done grading the last homework that was due before that one. So, and then again, we had la discussione, right? Family descriptions, quiz. This is for the 5th week, right? The 6th week is underway, so if you come to our session at 6 p.m. tonight, you don't need to do it. We did a Kahoot on the last class, during our last class, and we will do another one next week because it's good review. But if you're not, you can complete it on your own, and I will see it if you go through the link that you received. If not, or if you want to be safe, upload a screenshot. So la discussione, and so the first and the second step were already due. And then this, you may use the sentences that you wrote for this, you may use them here. That's why this is due, the written part is due before the oral part. And I can go over them if you want me to here. Again, if you come, this is on a Monday, this is next Monday. If you say it, if you come to the meeting, you can just talk like we did with the dialogues. You can talk and you don't have to submit anything recorded through Canvas. And I will enter the points directly, even if they say it's missing, right? Canvas might think it's missing because you didn't upload it, because you did it live, right? So I will enter the points, just like with the participation points. Allora, this is going to, we are going to meet again on Wednesday to have a final review. And this is when the test will open. I did see that some people were trying to do the link, right? They tried to enter the test, but it wasn't published to yet for you guys. So now it is published. It's been there for a while, right? But it's been published, but you may not access it until next Wednesday. And it will be due. It's good because this is units typically take 2 weeks, but I want everybody to catch up. And there's a couple of people who need to turn in some work that I've been emailing. So please get caught up. This is 5 units. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it's the rewards are there for you as well. So it's due not on Sunday, it's due on Saturday, right? Because we want to get moving and start the next unit. La Familia, and so on. So you have also some other resources here. And before you start the test, I wanted to remind you, I have, this is what I am expecting you to do, and you don't need to do as much technology. This was a 15-year-old dual enrollment student, and they are really good with technology most times. But if you see here what this person did, right, and they just put a link on the, so she did, right? And this is not even on YouTube. Most people use YouTube or Vimeo or Google Docs. I think you can use Google Docs for a video. And I can hear the sound for some reason. See, she had a table, right? And for some reason, I can't even hear the sound myself. It happened once before, and I just clicked somewhere and it was fine. Well, make sure that we can hear you when you do this. Again, we did, I know this has, right? So she put the endings and then she shows everybody how to do. And I gave you some more examples that I will be emailing you shortly. So, and she's talking and saying the verb, she's saying it aloud first, and then goes to the conjugation. The root is, and then goes one by one using the little table. And she is saying this aloud.
Irregular verbs don't follow the same pattern.
Oh,
One example is dare.
now I
Its
can hear the
conjugations are do, die with an A, da with an accent mark, ti amo, date, and dano with 2 N's.
Okay, great. So this was her video, and I only heard like the last few seconds with the audio. But you see, it's 1 minute 11 seconds, and she did 2 verbs. She did a regular and an irregular verb because I was asking this class, the spring of 2020, I asked them to do 2, a regular and an irregular verb. I'm asking you to do only 1 verb. You can choose whether it's a regular or irregular. Make sure it's an are verb, not an ere or ire. I had somebody once do an ere verb, and then all the conjugations were wrong because that person put the are in an ere verb, right? Go choose one from the list that you have in the cuaderno or the ones that we have here. Like if you go through and you have this in your Canvas shell, I have the PowerPoints that we use for all hours. So this is any regular ones, and then we have guido, guidi, guida, guidiamo, guidate, guidano, right? According to the subject. Then the iare endings, right? You omit this I in the tu and noi forms because you already have one, right? If you take out the are, studiare has 1 I in the root. Cominciare has 1 I in the root, and mangiare, and so on. And then the special spelling rule with the care and gare, that is when you have a C or a G as the last letter of the root. And the root is what you have left once you take out the are, the common denominator, right? And that is also again because the C or the G, it would change its sound once you put a weak vowel after it. And the weak vowels are E or E, I or E, right, in English. E or E in Italian. So if you take this out, it will be litigi or litigiamo. And you want to say litigo, litigi, litiga, litighiamo, or pagare, pago, paghi. You don't want to say paggi, not with are verbs, right? So, and same thing goes here, gioco, giochi, instead of giochi, right? If you don't put the H, you say giochi. And you only need it when you are putting this E next to the G or C, or after the G or C, and that only happens in the tu and noi forms. So that's it. So we did this, and then of course, remember, these are the 4 irregular verbs that we saw, and these are the, well, andare, they're all irregular except the noi and voi forms, and fare, right? So great. I hope I see many of you tonight at 6 in our room, Zoom room, and ci vediamo dopo. Ciao.